Welcome to my FST substitute video. You're going to need some dumbbells, light and moderate. So light would be less than 5 pounds, moderate would be less than 10. You also need a mat. Then the exercises are going to be paired. You're doing 40-second intervals for each exercise. Then you'll take a 10-second break after your pair. You're going to repeat those exercises 3 times, and then when you're done, you move on to the next pair. Make sure you do a 3 to 4 minute warm-up that involves mobilizing all your joints and warming up some of the muscles, the major muscle groups at least. And at the end, you can do your own cool down and stretch. So go ahead, pause. Get ready, and when you're ready, you can hit play again.
The first exercise is your squat jump. Let me just pull up my timer real quick here. And we got 40 seconds on squat jump. Let me show you what it looks like. So the squat jump is, first of all, your squat is you're sitting back. Your knees are going to track alongside with the same direction as your toes. They don't go past the toes necessarily, not too much. They can go a little bit, okay? You're sitting back mainly, okay? So squat, jump in, back out, jump in, okay? If you find the jump a little too much, you can just squat and in, squat and in, okay? You pick. You got 40 seconds. Go for it. Ready? And you can go as fast as you want. You can go as slow as you like. Just make sure you're watching your form. Good. Beautiful. And I'm just going to switch to lower impact, just as a reminder for those of us who want it. I'm just changing my view so you see that I'm sitting back, my back is straight, my chest is proud. Okay? And you got 3 seconds and you're done. Good. Take a little break here. Grab your lighter dumbbells. Now the lighter ones are going to be under 5 pounds. Okay, so this exercise, your dumbbell W's, okay? So what's gonna happen is your feet are shoulder width apart, knees are slightly bent, okay? And you're hinged at the hips and bent forward slightly, all right? Your hands are up here, making a W shape, okay? So you're slightly bent forward, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull those weights back a tiny bit behind your ears and forward. Just tiny movements. You should feel this behind your shoulder. Are you ready for 40 seconds? Let's give it a shot, okay? Mind your form. Pulling it back behind the ears and regular. Good. Take your time. Engage your core. Make sure that tummy is nice and tight and you're pushing it down into your pants. Good. Knees, where are they? Are they slightly bent? Make sure we don't lock them. If you need a break, go ahead and take one. All right, keep your shoulders rolled down and back. Good, your neck should be neutral. Beautiful. Good job. Take a quick break there. Squats or lunges, if you want to call them that, with weights. So these are big muscles. You can handle something a little bit heavier. Let's see. Okay, good. Here's what we're going to do. So your feet are staggered apart like this. They are shoulder width apart, not ballerina together. Okay, we need some stability. Good. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop that back knee down and up. And Frances made a very good point last time. It helped for her to do a few on one side and then switch, okay? You can go ahead and do that, okay? So you got 40 seconds. Go for it. Now, while you're doing this, make sure your back is nice and straight. Your center of gravity should be over that back knee, okay? Squeezing your bum at the top. Boom, yeah. And then you can switch when you get tired, or you can do 1 and 1. Whatever you like, whatever works best for you. Okay, shoulders rolled down and back. Beautiful. And then making sure that front knee doesn't go over your toe. Good. All right, little break. Just remember which side got worked a little more, okay? You're gonna do the next one. So the next set, you're gonna just switch legs, okay? Ready? This one, the same weight that you would handle a bicep curl at, okay? So if you're doing 15s, fine. If you're doing, now. If you're doing more than that, if you're doing less than that, fine, whatever works for you. So for this one, the idea is to drag the weight up your side and down, okay? Your elbows are going behind you, pointing to the back and down. And now there's more. You're gonna bend over slightly, okay, just to give those shoulders a little bit of room to move. Sound good? Okay, making sure that the knees are slightly bent at all times. You got 40 seconds. Let's go for it. Slightly bent, drag it up and down. So this is a bicep curl, but real fancy. There's some shoulder work, some lat work involved there. So it's a bit of a compound exercise, but very functional because we need to do this when we're lifting groceries up, right? Important. Or if you are doing any gardening and you plan to be carting any dirt around with your wheelbarrow, this is an action that you're going to be doing. Good job. All right. Little break there. Okay. This is going to be your lying pullover. So this is your lats. You're going to use a weight that's probably about 5 to 10 pounds at most. That's each arm, okay? So let's see what you can do. All right, so you're lying down. Now the temptation is to go heavier, but because it's paired with a skull crusher, you're going to be taxing your triceps double. So the reason why I put them together is so that you can see the difference in form, because people often do them completely wrong. So showing you what that looks like, okay? You're lying down, so you just watch first, all right? Lying down, back is flat on the ground. You can bend your knees up if you want, okay? And this is the lying pullover. So look at where my elbow is and look at my shoulder, okay? The elbow stays in this position. It's not going to move, all right? The shoulder is going to do all the hinging for this action, and it involves your lats. So this is what it looks like. Boom. Okay? Versus the tricep skull crusher, if the weight is a little bit closer to your head, and this time the shoulders don't move and the elbows do all the moving. Do you see the difference? Okay, so let's do the lying pullover. So you lie down and get yourself in position. And I'm just gonna grab my timer. Okay, if you're ready to go, 40 seconds, go for it. And I'm just gonna join you here. Boom. So elbows stay static, that angle stays the same. Okay, it's your shoulders, joints that are hinging back and forth. And you should be feeling this just under the shoulder blades and over to the sides. There's a big muscle called your latissimus dorsi. Okay, this muscle you need to pull stuff down off the shelf. You need it to pull down the garage door if it's a manual one, or the trunk of your car. There we go, we're done. Now this time you're going to put those weights, pull them a little closer to your head, and we're going to do the tricep skull crusher, okay? So this time it's the shoulders that stay still and it's the elbows that are moving. Are you ready? Let's do 40 seconds of this. So you're straightening your forearm and your upper arm and letting it down slowly. Boom, and slow. Good, this is intense. Take your time. Control the release. Okay, making sure those shoulders are not moving at all. They're just staying nice and strong. You're sucking in your tummy, engaging that core. You need it. You need a nice stable platform to be moving. Good. Okay. Take a quick break. That's intense. Okay. That's the last of that set. Okay, so the next two exercises are also on the mat. The first is a chest press. You can probably handle something in the 10-pound range here, okay? Probably, I know you guys, all right? I am going to push the weights today. So just, let's see what I do. Because I haven't done chest press in a while. Here we go. So for chest press, you're lying down on your back. Your arms are going to be about, here, let me show you. Your arms are not going to be out T-shaped. They're going to be slightly bent. 45-ish, okay? And you're pushing up and down, okay? Sound good? Let's give that a try. So 40 seconds here. And pushing up, coming back down, controlled. Don't let your elbows slap on the ground, 'cause that will hurt, right? Nice and controlled. Good, now where should you be feeling this? Be in your pecs. That's your chest, right? And up at the top, you're just gonna give it a little squeeze, and then a slow release. Nice, remember to breathe. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, the next exercise is a glute bridge and a heel touch if you want. Now this is actually a combo exercise. You don't have to do them as a combo, you can just do them one at a time. All right, so let me show you what the glute bridge is. So your heels are digging into the ground and your bum is up in the air. That's called a glute bridge, okay? You can do this with loops. It's for feedback mainly, okay? Because I find sometimes people, their knees start to buckle in. So I like putting the loops there just so you're thinking, oh, I gotta put tension on that loop so that you keep your knees apart, all right? So that's the glute bridge. You can hold the glute bridge if you want. You can go up and down if you want. That's your modification. And then if you want the challenge, up here, and you can try to touch your heels side to side. That activates your obliques at the same time. If you find that too difficult, you just want to do your obliques today, keep your bum down, and just go side to side. Okay? It's up to you. Make this your own workout. 40 seconds. Let's do this. And yes, you're going to have to lift your head up a little bit if you're going side to side. If your neck starts to hurt, put it down and rest. And then go at it again. These are your SCM muscles. They don't get worked very often because what are we doing? We're crouched over looking at our devices all day, right? So it's the back of the neck that gets worked all the time. So this time we're going to work the front of your neck and give the back of your neck a break. Good. Done. Woo! Okay, next set of exercises. Also on the ground, on the mat. This time, the first one is you're kneeling and you're holding one or both of your weights, whatever you like. I'm just doing one because I'm lazy. Okay, this is your shoulder throw. So here we go. I'm just going to grab my weight here. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm using. You guys, I think 5 to 10 per arm at most. Okay? Be careful with this one if you're not familiar with it. This is the shoulder throw. So you're holding your weight in front and you're going to throw it over your shoulder. Not for reals. Okay? Back and forth, side to side. Shoulders should be rolled down and back. Neck should be neutral. Okay? Engage your core. You might want to wind in your knees a little bit for stability. And you got 40 seconds. Go for it. It's kind of a reverse wood chopper. And of course, as you bring the weight down, you gotta control it, right? Or else you're gonna smack it into your tummy, and that will hurt. There we go. Good job. Now be careful about arching your back and using your upper body to swing it back. In fact, what I want you to do is try and give yourself a little bit of a tummy crunch while you're doing this. So it's mostly your shoulders that are doing it. Good. All right. Then we're doing a dead bug. We're lying down on the ground. Dead bug. Easy to do wrong, right? So the key with this exercise, back is right onto the ground, contacting the mat. In fact, it's kind of curved, right? Your tailbone is tucked in as much as you can get it. Your core is tight, right? Engaged. And what you're gonna do is you can have just arms. You can go back, alternating. You can do just legs. Legs are harder, all right? Or you can do both, all right? You pick. 40 seconds. Go for it. Engaging, making sure that as you're doing this, that your back indeed stays completely in contact with the mat and your tummy is tight. Good. Control. Do it slow. That way you can feel everything. There's a lot going on here, right? Good. Beautiful. All right, little break. You get to see my backside. Yay. All right. This is a tabletop stance, so you're on your hands and knees. If you're having some wrist pain, you can do it on your wrist and your fists instead. You can also use a set of dumbbells. As handles so that your wrists are neutral, okay? And you're putting the weight more on your thumbs, on the pads of your thumbs and the palms here, the heel of your palm, if you're having wrist trouble, okay? So you can do that as well. And what you're gonna do is back is straight, tummy is engaged, one leg straight, and you're just tapping side to side, squeezing the glute there as you lift, and you're pretending to go over a big ball, okay? Go ahead and give that a try, 40 seconds. You got this. Yes, and by the end of this, your glute should be pretty tight, okay? Might even be on fire. Now, why do we want to engage your core? I want you to make sure you don't hyperextend your back. That means arch it too much. don't want any more back pain than you already have, right? Everybody's got back pain. So here we go. Control that. Now the other thing that happens is your shoulders tend to creep up close to your ears when you get tired. Go ahead, reset them anytime you want. Roll them down and back. Okay, there we go. That's one side. We'll do the other side next time. Onto your tummy this time. Doing back extensions, okay? So just watch for a second. So you're down. The mic doesn't help. But you're down here. What you're going to do is you're going to lift up, touch the back of your head, and then reset. Good, okay? So you go ahead and give that a try. Make sure that with back extensions, always, we do not hyperextend, okay? It's really just a slight activation, touch, and then down. Right? Go ahead, 40 seconds. Nicely done. This one I find back extensions hard to do on a full stomach. Right? I have to wait a while, let my stomach clear. Otherwise, you know, I can taste it. Yummy. Anyways. All right, you got a few more seconds left here. Good. Be careful not to hyperextend. Nice. Whew. Little break.
Okay, second set, repeat the rainbow drops on the other side, the other leg. And then for the third set, you're going to do 20 seconds on one leg, 20 seconds on the other leg. All done? Well, now it's time for your cool down and stretch. You might want to do this up to 2 times a week as an exercise session. Make sure you rest at least one day in between your exercise sessions. And make sure you get your protein, okay? And I hope you enjoyed this.